Okay, Serbia have lost 2-1 to Switzerland, and they've thrown away a golden opportunity to get into the knockout stages of the World Cup. They were 1-0 up at half-time with a true Mitrovic goal in the first half. They were cruising. The Swiss were just not at the races in the first half. The Swiss were not good enough. If I'm honest, half-time comes, the Swiss make some changes. They swap the centre forward out. They start showing a bit more. They're better in possession. They're playing with a bit more pace and a bit more urgency and a bit more energy about them. And then the first goal comes from an unlikely source in Granit Xhaka, who has been criticised regularly for his Arsenal performances, giving away the ball, giving away free kicks, needless bookings, poor defensive display. And he wasn't great in this game. Let me just say this. Before the goal, he was giving away the ball a lot, petty fouling, poor positional play, and then out of nowhere, he scores a screamer from about 25-30 yards. Just hits it on the run. Absolute belter of a goal. Why does he not do that more often for Arsenal? I mean, why is it that he's only good in flashes in the pan, flashes, rather than consistent? That's going to befuddle Arsenal fans. But it's a great goal. And then at the end of the half, right on the counter-attack, Shaqiri, again, that will befuddle Stoke fans for the last few years, why he hasn't produced more. He's been criticised for not tracking back enough. He's been criticised for not helping out in the defensive side of the game. But because he's a goal hanger, he's at the halfway line, which helps with the counter-attack. The Serbian defender tries to play the offside. You cannot be offside in your own half. He goes past him, and with the defender then catching up, and the goalkeeper coming out, he managed to slot the ball between the defender and the goalkeeper's legs, and a cool, calm finish on the stroke of 90 minutes, on the stroke of full time. Serbia defeated themselves. They've gone from being in pole position to get out of the group to outsiders to get out of the group in the space of 15 minutes. Space of 15 minutes, 20 minutes, they've gone from getting out of the group to possibly not getting out of the group because they have a crunch game against Brazil next week. The Swiss have got themselves back into getting to contention to get out of the group. And there's a reason why the Swiss have not been defeated in 7 games. I don't know how, but there's a reason. There seems to be some kind of team unity. Defensively, they looked a bit wobbly at times. Mihailovic was definitely bossing the centre-backs and being more physical. But somehow, I mean, they managed to flip it on its head and turn their possession into a victory. Most teams that have had the most possession in this tournament so far have struggled. The Swiss were looking a little bit lethargic in the first half. Whatever was said at half-time clearly worked because they came out with more energy in the second. And while it wasn't the best game on a technical standpoint and in the sense of pure quality, it was a damn good game for entertainment value because it had something of everything. It was a bit open at times. It wasn't the best game overall, but it was an entertaining game nonetheless for a neutral. And the way the Swiss have gone from facing down the barrel of falling out of the group to being in pole position to get out of the group and advance in the space of 20 minutes is brilliant. They were looking on the ropes in the first half, and then they blew Serbia out in the second in the sense that they took 2 brilliant chances. Both goals are highlight reel goals. From 2 unlikely sources, 2 players that have underperformed regularly for their club sides. So there we go. Serbia have blown an opportunity. Switzerland are back in the mix, and it's all to play for in Game 3, in the final games of that group to progress. There is still more to happen. We're going to have a busy weekend, a lot of matches. And some teams could be more teams could join the World Cup failures who've not got out of the group who are going to be not going home, like Costa Rica are going home today. Other teams are going to give themselves a fighting chance to progress. And we'll leave that there. If you saw the game, what are your thoughts on it? Like Xhaka and Shaqiri scoring goals, they regularly underperform for their club sides. So where's this form been? Why can't they do this for their clubs more often? And Serbia defeating themselves, I feel. They should have had a penalty, mind. There was a penalty shout, and the VAR, if it had been used, which it wasn't, I feel the refereeing display was poor tonight. Serbia could have been turned up had the penalty been given. Nothing's given, not even a review. Play on. He's rugby tackle by two players. Basically, it's more than just a bit of shirt pulling. These two players, one of them not even facing the ball, they haul him to the ground. That is what you would call a textbook choke tackle in rugby. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there. So, place your thoughts below. Please like, subscribe. I want to hear your comments, read your comments, respond to them, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.